based on my knowledge and experience in life, trucking, so on and so forth. So, welcome back to another live stream. Yes, I am actually very tired right now, just getting to the end of my day, and had some things on my mind that I wanted to share with you guys. A few things that me and some friends of mine, family members, so on and so forth, were discussing, and some things that I had on my mind, things they had on their minds, and we kind of put our heads together and drew this conclusion. I've kind of had this feeling for a long time. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, like I mentioned in the last live stream, when I was talking about Sean Ryan and how he had been trying to wake up the public to Ahmad Massoud. Ahmad Massoud Sr. Was an Afghan general who was assassinated a few days before 9/11. You guys all remember 9/11, of course, right? If you're American, especially. I think the entire world remembers 9/11. Am I right? Well, forgive the way I look right now. I'm real tired. It was a long day, so forgive me of that. I know I look like I'm beat, but this isn't going to be a long live stream, but some things that need to be talked about, okay? Now, Sean Ryan, back to him, right? And how he tried warning our government about the September 11th attacks, 2001. He was assassinated the day before 9/11. Then his son tried to wake us up not that long ago and went on the Sean Ryan show talking about how millions per month of our American taxpayer dollars are going to every single terrorist organization in the Middle East, and it is geared towards instructing them, teaching them how to tactically take out the citizens of our country. And terrorists have nothing to lose. They will sacrifice their own life and limb just to take a few of us out. And when you're facing an enemy like that, that's dangerous. Now, this is a huge distraction over here, right? The riots that are going on. If you're watching this live stream right now, let me know how it's currently going right now, because from what I've heard, it's not good. They're talking about tomorrow, Saturday, supposedly something big popping off. I don't think Trump should have that parade tomorrow. You know, as much of a supporter as I am, I don't think that Trump should have that parade tomorrow. That gathering. I just think that, and I don't believe in allowing people to silence you. I've never believed in that. Now, I'm not saying, you know, Trump silence because people don't like it. My opinion is just that it's not a good time. Now, bravo to the immigrants that are thumbs downing this rioting bullshit. Bravo to you guys. This is a nation that, yes, is built on immigration. This is a time, though, that we do need to close our borders, but I'm really glad that Trump said, hey, you know what? We need our farm workers. We need our people who work in the hotels. Immigration is good, but what's happened the last 4 years, how they've been allowing everybody into this country, it's an orchestrated attack, and you are seeing it unfold right now. Make no mistake, you guys, I ain't trying to scare you, but it is very possible that we can see attacks coming from different directions. You're going to have, I'm pretty sure, I'm almost certain. I'm trying to figure out how to tie my thoughts together here in a way that's going to make sense to you guys. I want you to just sit and listen for a second and then tell me if I'm crazy afterward, okay? I could be totally off my rocker. I could be nuts about this. But just think about for a second, okay? The last 4 years, they've been letting everyone in, not just from Mexico, from everywhere. The Darien Gap, another conversation topic that came up on the Sean Ryan show. A Special Forces operator retired, and other Special Forces operators that have been watching the Darien Gap in South America and watching Africans, Middle Easterns use the Darien Gap to make the trek all the way up through South America and over the border in our country. This has been going on for a very long time. And it's just in time for this orchestrated attack. Now we have waged war on the cartel. So you put the cartel in there, okay? And they have people by the nuts over there in Mexico. They use their families, right? They threaten their family, say, if you don't do this, we're gonna kill him, her, and him. You're gonna have no family left. They got no choice but to come over these last 4 years to, right, raise pandemonium, to raise hell, so to speak, right? And what's up, American Sputnik? He's in here. You guys go give him a follow. Check out the live stream we did together. He's in Russia. Good friend of mine, American Army veteran. Got a lot of respect for him. Really good guy. Go check out our live stream. Hey, Marcelo, what was the name of our... I'm really tired right now, bro. What was the name of our live stream again? What did I title it? I'm drawing a blank right now because I've got so much in my mind right now that I'm trying to get out here. But in these major cities, Los Angeles, all right, New York, Chicago, it's, you guys have heard me saying for the last very long time, bro, that I've been on YouTube, 6 years, is it's better to live in smaller, more unpopulated, less populated areas. Like, for example, that's why I moved to Apple Valley. I mean, we're not looking at the same threats that you guys are in the major cities at all, okay? But down in LA, it's pandemonium, and it's very easy to get riots to start in more populated areas, major cities, because you all don't really know each other. In more or less populated cities, right? Smaller communities, I mean, people are a lot tighter. It's harder to separate, right? And in the land of the free, home of the brave, United States of America, we are a nation of many nationalities, many ethnicities, many people. It's very easy to divide us. And our enemies know this, and they've known this for a very long time. I don't think it's a coincidence that not that long ago, all right? Let me just say we're at war. It's already there, okay? China, all right? With these tariffs, we hurt them bad. A lot of, and the Chinese people rose up against their government, and a lot of businesses went down. We have hurt their economy. Isn't it a coincidence that now we're starting to see pandemonium and uprising in our own nation? What's to say that big shareholders in China, right, trying to what's the word? Instill upon us the communist way, their communist, not propaganda. Even people in our country, right? Leaders in our country are trying to give our country over to communism. So what's to say they haven't put their monies together for this, right? In response to Trump's winning, in response to Trump's new immigration policy, right? Now he's cracking down. What a perfect time for them to crack down. You guys have to think about this from a strategic standpoint. You don't move before your enemy moves. You let them F up and then you act. For example, I'm not saying Trump is effing up by cracking down on immigration. But what I am saying is it is a vulnerable point to strike because it throws our people off. All the immigrants, families who live here, it's easy to throw us off. And my advice and my word to you, and I urge you, do not let your emotions get the best of you. All right? Whoever gets picked up and taken back to Mexico, okay, you will have a chance to come back again. It is important not to react. It's important to respond. All right? Family first, period. But what have they been doing to us over the last 50 years? Ensuring that they can break up even the American family household through divorce between men and women, right? Marriage is a winner for women and a loser for men, okay? The breadwinner's always gonna lose. Easy way to divide the family unit. She says, hey, I can get money, I can leave. Like I said, division every way they possibly can. Marriage, religion, everything, okay? So think about it from a strategic standpoint. Perfect time for these investors that are for communism, those investing in communism in our own government and in those other governments, taking advantage of Trump's immigration policy, right? It's going to strike our people in a very, very emotional way. And look at our two-party political system, very right, very left. Guess what? Democrats, they cater to their emotions. Republicans, they cater to our logic. The two cannot mix. Okay? The American unit needs to have a healthy amount of logic and emotion. We're human. There's always going to be emotion, but logic needs to supersede that emotion. But not everybody works like that. And not everybody is, honestly, I think there needs to be a psychological screening before people are even allowed to vote. I don't think being an American citizen alone should grant you the ability to be able to vote. Now, it's expensive, right? Give everybody a psychological examination before they vote. I mean, that's pretty serious stuff. But hey, maybe it could work, maybe it won't. I don't know. It's just an idea. But with all of that said, just take into consideration what I'm saying, okay? That everything that I've been watching on the Sean Ryan, there are very few people who I listen to and who I watch. And everyone who I do watch, okay, I don't always agree 100% with. You know, I take out gems, right? Put them in my pocket, save them for later, review it, all that stuff, right? And Sean Ryan has never really steered the American people wrong. He's had Joe Rogan on there, Donald Trump, he's everybody, Elon Musk, everybody. You guys really need to start watching Sean Ryan's show and get more information about what's going on in this world. I never would have found out about the Darien Gap and how people from every nation out there, even our enemies, were using that Darien Gap to come up through South America and pour in over our borders over the last 4 years for sure. How long though? I don't know. Very long time though. How long have we been lacking in border security? There you go. And they're using this Trump's immigration policy as the perfect storm to give us that little bit, another little push towards total civil unrest, to install their martial law, to gain more control. Do I think Trump's a part of it? I don't even freaking know anymore. You know what I mean? I like to think that, I mean, he's made the right moves, and you've seen the billions of dollars that we made over the last few months as a nation. And I refuse to think that he's a part of all this, has a hand in it. But I know the way he looked after he got shot at. He did look freaking scared. I'm telling the truth here. He looked pretty shaken up. He looked like he was thinking about things. Now, who knows what's happened between that day and today? I don't know. We don't know specifically. We have an idea of who pulls these strings, but, you know, it's a crazy time we're living in, you guys. And the most important thing right now is to just stay level-headed and informed. That's it. If it gets to the point where you find yourself in the middle of the riot, go along to get along. You know what I'm saying? You should always travel around with a bandana and at least pepper spray and a pocket knife. If you have concealed carry, you need that. You know, I always say, be armed no matter what, right? And when I say go along to get along, look like one of them until you're out of the area and get to safety. Do not be a part of these riots. Don't get mixed up into it. You want to blend in and move, constantly move, okay? It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I was thinking about this. What's going on right now? I've been thinking about this for the last 10 years that I've seen the signs. And you know what the first signs were? You never see Navy SEALs and other special forces operators like Sean Ryan and Tim Kennedy and who else? That gray bearded Green Beret, Josh Enyart, and Mike Glover. All these guys actually getting on camera and giving away tactical knowledge and secrets to a mass population on social media that is up there for everyone to see. For me, that was a red flag, only because I understand that special forces operators are very reserved about those things. They don't just put it out there. I mean, sure, they were probably thinking, let me put it out there and make some extra cash. But no amount of money in the world is going to keep, no amount of money in the world is going to make a special forces operator risk his honor, right? All that time that he served in the military thrown away for what, right? Their minds just don't work like that. They get permission. And the fact that they're allowing them to do that, I mean, this is just my own conspiracy, all right? This isn't, I'm not saying this is what it is, but I just saw it as a red flag. They're putting that information out for free. Now, also go and check out, what's his name? Andre Bustamante. Okay, he's supposedly an ex-CIA operative, and he's very well studied in espionage. And he's been giving out information and knowledge too. And the fact that he's going to start raising his child outside of the United States, this is what he says. I'm going to, let my son see what life is like outside the United States, and then we'll come back, right? To me, what that translates to is, I can't tell you guys because I don't want to incite panic, and the CIA isn't allowing me to say this, but things are about to get bad. I'm leaving with my family, and I'll be back when it calms down. That tells me two things. The first thing was what I just told you, and the second thing is things are going to get better. As we move on the next 5 years, 6, 7, 8 years, if we don't grab a hold on things now, things are going to get even more out of control to the point where China, they'll start rising up and becoming an actual competitor, a peer, more so, a peer power, right? Where we're no longer going to be a superpower, we will become peer powers, right? So there's going to be this constant tug of war, this push and pull. And I don't know about you, but I never want anyone to get the edge over the United States of America. Our Constitution is perfect, and it's good for every nation to be able to adopt. And for those of you out there who think that you can just pour over the border and come here on a work visa, we want you, absolutely. But you have to prove yourself, right? You have to go through the 10 years that you need to go through in order to get that that citizenship, and then understand, know our history, adopt that as your own. Anyways, man. Guns and Cafe says Bustamante gives him weird vibes. Me too at first, but I think it's only because I started listening to people's comments. I tend to have a pretty good sense for people right off the bat. And Bustamante, he's good. He's good at what he does. The very signs that he gives us to tell when people are lying, he displays himself. You can see it when he's asked a question that throws him off a little bit. And it's not usually a question that's anything too prying or probing, but it's usually a question that you can tell he's being careful with. Because if you watch him closely, he doesn't pause very often before speaking. But when he does, you notice it. At least I notice it. And that pause is a tell. It's more like, I need to be careful with this. So when he pauses, I reflect on the points I make notes. I reflect on his pauses, and I think back, and I'll watch the video again, because this is a CIA operative. Nobody in the world, no matter how skilled they are at espionage, can hide every single tell in the world. Okay? Something catches you off guard, it catches you off guard. Not all the training in the world you're going to crack eventually, especially in an hour-long interview. You're going to crack a few times. It's going to happen. I put what they teach out here to practice, and I've been doing that for the last 10 years at least now, longer than I've had my YouTube channel. And for the most part, he means well. There's only so much he can say. I can't hate the guy for it. I respect him a lot. I think that I need to get to know him more, as you should too. But I know I don't agree with everything he says, as you should never agree with everything anyone says on here. Don't agree with everything that I say on here. I could be totally off my rocker, I do know that they've been here in Los Angeles, these mysterious pallets of of building materials have shown up again, just like during COVID, and it's suspect, bro. You know, all this makes the money go around, you guys. You know, for people that are trying to push us towards communism as hard as they have been for the last 8 years now, anything's possible. All it takes is money. Pay the right people to go out there and start some shit, and there you go. Up where I live in Apple Valley, there were some Palestinians there, at least people that were representing Palestine. And let me explain something to you. This is all it took for it to get crazy in Apple Valley, where I come from, right? A small community up there, not big at all, nothing like Los Angeles, San Bernardino County, but we're up there all by ourselves. We're practically, it doesn't even feel like California sometimes, put it to you that way. But this is all it would take for me to get mad, lash out at them, cuss, then other people come in to defend them, people come in to defend me, it becomes a big thing. It would never get big enough to get, you know, real crazy, not on day one, but day 2 and 3, all right. Day 1, cops come, break it up, that's it. People maybe go to jail, whatever. Some people, a fight breaks out. Someone hurts a Palestinian that was protesting, and that's what the left wing is going to cover. They're not going to cover myself. Maybe I get shot, I survive. It'll probably make coverage if I die, but they'll paint it like I was the bad guy, right? And then boom, 2-3 days later, not much long after, people are going to go out there, right, protesting about what happened on that day. Make no mistake, they do these things on purpose. They present themselves for something like that to go down so it can escalate, okay? And if you study, if you study espionage, if you study, what was the name of that person I was listening to? And there's also this this senator. Is it a senator? What's her name again? Where she's a CIA operative that specializes in the science behind riots, right? The social ins and outs, right? The whole biology of when it comes to riots. It's a very primal thing. If you've ever seen a riot up close and personal, it moves you. When you're hearing nothing but politics every single day, we all have been for the last, 6 years already? Nothing but it, nothing but it. You start feeling a type of way about it, right? Now it's in you, right? You think something about it, you feel something about it. So when you see it, like the first time I seen these Palestinians waving them fucking flags and saying, yeah, F Israel and F America, oh shit, bro. I get mad, bro. I want to lash out, but you respond, you do not react. It's very important. Do not get emotional, stay logical. Anyway, I just wanted to voice my opinion on here, speak with you guys, tell you what's on my mind. Hopefully it'll keep you more level-headed and not worry you. As long as we all stay collectively together in solidarity, like I preach, right? Being union. But that really is the key, man. Love one another, period. All right? Immigrants are welcome, okay? Everyone is welcome, but not everybody is allowed to overstay their welcome. In every other nation, it's different. The reason why it's such a shock today is because this has never been done before. People are panicking. Oh my God, I've never had to be forced to go back to my country before. I get it, I understand. Calm down, stay level-headed. That's the most important thing, you guys. Anyways, I gotta go to bed. I don't think I got out everything that was in my mind, but I hope that I was able to articulate myself in a way that you could understand. Replay this, it's gonna be posted up. And this is a time, honestly, you guys, to stay completely calm. The crazier it gets, the calmer you need to be. And if it gets to the point where it's completely out of control, stay in your homes. Don't go nowhere, okay? The human body can only go so long throwing shit around, right? You hear gunshots, you hit the floor automatically. And on top of that, stay armed, you know? And with everything that's going on, just love, bro. Try to understand. As much as you don't agree with somebody, try to understand them, okay? You can go so far in life by not getting angry and just understanding people. Because the truth of the matter today is these, oh man, Come on, bro. About to make a point. I'm still in here, bro.
Easy.
Yeah, I'm going to bed.
Yeah, sorry, no. But because some on the homeless that come inside.
In here?
Yeah. That's why I check it to all room. No.
Did a homeless guy come in here?
Yeah.
Right now? In here?
Yeah.
Or in another room?
No, I'll check it everyone. I'll check it as everyone. Just lock it.
Oh, we're good.
Yeah.
I'm good. Oh, freaking wow, bro. Anyway, what was I saying, you guys? Can you remind me what I was saying? This guy completely fucked me up, bro. Man, dude. That's annoying, bro. I could have been asleep. That's fucking annoying. You just going barging in, bro? Come on, man. That's really fucking annoying. Well, and anyway, you have these truck drivers, right, who don't speak English, and they're going out there killing people on the road. They shouldn't have been on the road in the first place, right? Oh, right, love, right? Try to understand people from their point of view, right? Just for example, right now with this guy, I don't need to get mad at him. He's probably thinking himself, keep people safe, dude. Freaking homeless guys going and breaking in hotel rooms. So I was trying to ask him, like, dude, and he smells like alcohol, like a motherfucker too, bro. He's one of the maintenance guys, and I could just smell all the alcohol just coming off of him. So anyway, right? He's drunk. So with that shit said, man, what was I trying to say earlier, right? Try to understand things from, other people's point of view. And for someone that's not doing the same for you, you just walk away. And with that said, thank you guys for watching. I'm beat, dude. Absolutely tired. See you guys on the next one, man.